Thanks for listening to English Go Podcast. If you'd like to listen without adverts, read episode transcripts, or listen to extra bonus episodes, please check the description for more details. So, my parents are coming to Japan to visit me in September, in this month, and it's the first time that they've come here. Well, they haven't come here yet. It will be the first time that they have come here, and I have been busy on the weekends, sometimes, planning all of the places that we're going to go together and trying to work out an itinerary, which is like a list of places we're going to visit. And in this case, it's quite detailed. Sometimes I've had to plan out, like, how long does it take to get from one place to another place. So I've got a rough idea of when we have to catch a bus. Sometimes it's very precise, like we are catching this bus or we are catching this train at this time. So working it all out is quite tricky. You know, first you have to decide where it is you want to go, and that requires some like research. I mean, I've got some ideas in my mind already, maybe, because I've travelled around Japan quite a bit, so I know quite a few good places. But yeah, it still requires research and, you know, looking up like how much money does it cost to get into this place? What are the closing times? What days is it open and stuff like that? And then of course all the like traveling arrangements. I don't know, how many trains do you have to take to get there? How long does it take? How much does it cost? That's another thing that's good to find out in advance, like how much is a train ticket going to cost, that sort of thing. Anyway, so I have been busy doing all of that, and I think I got about half of it done, and then sort of just run out of steam, run out of energy to carry on. So I haven't done it yet, but I need to do it soon, very soon, you know, before my parents come. Otherwise I'll be in trouble and we won't have anything to do when they get here. Or at least I've got like they're coming for 2 weeks, I should say, and I've got the first week planned out, and I haven't planned out the second week yet. So I really need to get onto that. On top of that, I've just been doing like little things around the flat, or buying things that I'm going to need for when they come, because everything here has just been set up for like 2 people. And I don't know why this is the case. To me, this is silly. But like, when we went to buy knives and forks and spoons, you know, cutlery, well, and chopsticks, for the first time, when we were just moving into this place, we bought 2 of everything. So 2 knives, 2 forks, 2 spoons, and so on. And I think I said at the time, like, let's buy 4 for when people come round. And my wife was like, no. I don't want to spend extra money on that. Like that kind of attitude. She didn't say that, and she was talking in Japanese anyway. But that's the sort of attitude. Like, no, let's, you know, save money. We don't need it. And I was just like thinking, well, it's not really that expensive, you know. Knives and forks and spoons, they were pretty cheap, the ones we were buying. We weren't going crazy and buying ones like covered in diamonds or something. So I really didn't see the point of not buying them. And now we have to go out and buy them before my parents come. Otherwise, we just won't have enough knives and forks and chopsticks and spoons, which won't be great. And the same problem we have with plates and bowls. We've just bought 2 of everything. So I don't know. Maybe my wife has this plan to sort of like borrow some cutlery or borrow some plates and things like that from her parents. Perhaps, but I don't know. I would have been quite happy to just buy them in the first place. Well, that's one thing, and there's other things like, you know, you've got to sort out like beds and like pillows and covers for beds and all kinds of things, really. And then, yeah, I just want to do like a good cleaning of the house, make sure everything's like as good as can be, you know, like as neat as can be, as tidy as can be, before my parents come round. But And the funny thing is, like, my wife's attitude towards this is very different to mine. She's like, oh, it's only your parents. You don't need to bother. Or like, we invited her brother around here the other day, whenever it was. And I was trying to like tidy up a bit, like, oh, let's clean the things off this table and make it really nice. I mean, this room is pretty tidy, to be honest, anyway. But I was just trying to get get it perfect. And she's like, no, leave it. It's just my brother. And I was like, yeah, but that's why I'm cleaning up. That's why I'm trying to tidy up. But I don't know. Do you do that sort of thing, or is that just like English people? I know lots of English people who have reasonably tidy houses, but then when they hear that someone else is going to come around, when they hear there's going to be like a guest coming around, they'll just go crazy. They'll try and like get everything perfect before they come round. And then there's some people who have like really messy houses and they try to tidy before someone comes round. And they have a lot of trouble then. But there's also people who just have messy houses and then someone comes round and they don't care. Just like, come in. And maybe I've been to a few people's houses like that. And I don't know, I don't want to sound like a bad person or anything, but I've sort of remember like walking in and thinking, you could have tidied your house a bit more. I don't know why. It just must be like an English way of thinking or something. It's just, I suppose if it's something you do yourself, then maybe you sort of expect other people to do it too. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, that's just the way I think. Anyway, so I am very much looking forward to meeting my parents again. I haven't seen them since I came to Japan, obviously. And it has been 8 months, roughly. Well, over 8 months, but roughly 8 months since I saw them last. And it'll be pretty fun seeing them. But I think more than meeting them again, I'm looking forward to taking them around Japan. Because they have, like I said, they've never seen it. They're not even really interested in coming to Japan, to be perfectly honest. Like my father said, if it wasn't for the fact that I was over here, he would never come to visit Japan. It's like I guess it just doesn't interest him. My mother's a bit different. She's a lot more like, let's it just sounds fun. Let's just go and see what it's like. Sounds great. I want to go. Or maybe she's seen some things on the TV about Japan, maybe some like documentaries or something like that, and she's like, yeah, I want to go to Japan. But my father is the kind of person who probably wouldn't travel unless he has a reason to travel. But yeah, let's see what happens. I'm interested to hear his opinion actually. Because he's just coming to see me, really. But I'm going to take them to all these places around Japan and show them all these different types of things and types of places and things to see and food to eat and all kinds of stuff. Like the full Japanese experience. And yeah, I'm interested to hear what he says. I don't know if he's going to say that was okay, I enjoyed it, or if he's going to say that was amazing. I didn't know it was going to be so good. I want to come back again. Or maybe he'll say like, yeah, didn't really like it. But I can't imagine that's going to be the case, to be honest. I think everyone I know who's visited Japan has always said it's like great and I really loved it. So yeah, I think, well, I hope that my father will love it too. I know my mother will. I already know. Because she's just that kind of person. She's just going to be finding everything fascinating and probably overreacting a bit to some of the stuff she sees. But I'll try and keep her her manners in check. I'll try to, because she can be a bit loud sometimes. So I'm going to have to say, be a bit more quiet around here. But yeah, it should be fun. Be really interesting. Really fun to see them again. So I'm looking forward to that. And I just need to crack on and get going with this itinerary, this planning the rest of the trip. Crack on, in case you haven't heard it before, is a phrase that just means get going. I need to crack on. I need to crack on with it. That's quite a common English phrase. I don't know if you've heard it before, but yeah, that's a very good one to use if you want to sound really native, I guess. Well, maybe not native, because I think it's really hard to sound native without, if you've got an accent. But I think if you use like really native, really common sort of phrases that British people use, it makes people feel closer to you. The accent doesn't matter. It's just when, it's like, ooh, that's a British thing, that shows that you've got some like closeness to the language, closeness to the culture. So yeah, the accent doesn't matter. It's more about demonstrating some closeness to the culture, and that lets other people feel closer to you. Anyway, that is it for today's podcast. So until next time, bye bye.